Hey guys, Keef here, and welcome to beer review number 13. Today we have Guinness Draught, and Guinness has been one of my longtime favorite breweries. They kind of helped get me off the macro lagers, the Pabst Blue Ribbons of the world, you know, the cheaper beers that they might be good on a hot day after doing some yard work, but if you just want to kick back and enjoy something with a little more taste and a little more character, this was a good transition into these bigger, better, more flavorful beers, because as a lot of people very correctly point out, you can't just jump into these really big beers if your palate has not adjusted. You will be blown away by some of the stuff you drink and you may not enjoy it, but as you kind of grow and become accustomed to these bigger, better beers, you will start to enjoy them better and you will fully understand them. So Guinness was a good kind of a mix for me, and especially the Guinness Extra Stout. That's been one of my pretty much all-time favorite stouts as far as the price is concerned and availability. But the Guinness Draught is good too, and that's what we're here to do today, is try out the Guinness Draught. So why don't we go ahead and get this thing cracked open and get it in the glass, and let's see if it cascades. It's got the nitrogen widget inside. Kind of hear that bouncing around in there. So let's go ahead and get it open and attempt the perfect pour. Alright, you can hear the nitrogen firing. So this ought to be nice. Here we go. Pouring like chocolate milk. Maybe not quite the perfect pour, but you can see the cascading taking effect. So alright, now we got it in the glass, and let's do the right thing and let it sit for just a minute. And while we do that, let's kind of talk about them. Guinness, they're brewed in Dublin, Ireland. This is going to be a dry stout, coming in at 4.1% alcohol, so very low, very easy drinking. You could probably drink several of these and get back to what you were doing, no problem. That's very little alcohol if you've really drank anything at all. So, alright. Commercial description says, available in cans, kegs, and bottles with nitrogen and carbon dioxide. Pasteurized, usually called draft, sometimes called cold or extra cold. Same beer, but served colder. Alright. Well, you can see that trademark nitrogen head there. Typical, you might see, you know, in any Guinness commercial, except it would be poured to the top. This is a 20-ounce imperial pint glass, so, you know, 14.9-ounce beer. Got a little room to spare, but it typically always has about the same, you know, about one finger of head. Alright, it's looking pretty good in the glass, so let's go ahead and get a nose on it and see what we have. Oh, very nice. Taking me back to all those years ago. Very biscuity, bready, malty, a little chocolate. Very nice nose on this one. Guinness, typically, all their stouts are just pretty top-notch as far as the stouts are concerned. And to my surprise, Rate Beer gave this a pretty fair rating. Gave it an 87 overall and a 94 in the style. So how about that? Very nice to see what I would consider to be a pretty good beer. I wouldn't call this a macro lager. This is definitely, might be a large-scale craft beer, but it's a craft beer all the same. It's been brewed for quite some time. Let's see. Established in 1759. So they've been doing it quite a while and they know what they're doing, I'd say. So let's go ahead and get a taste and see how it is. Yeah, nice stout. Nice low alcohol stout. Very good, very easy drinking. You get the nice the malts in there, the roastiness, a little bit of coffee, little chocolate. Really a great, in my opinion, maybe a wintertime beer. Something you could sit by the fire and sip on a couple of these and, you know, decorate, put the tree up, put some lights up, get ready for Christmas. And, you know, we're getting close, so I'm going to be looking out for some Christmas beers and bring those to you too. But this is a good start. Definitely am, as always, impressed with Guinness. I like what they're doing. I don't want them to change the recipe at all. The Guinness Draught, of course, it's not an extra stout, so it's a little thin, a little light, 4% alcohol. So pretty easy drinking. The extra stout is, I believe, 6%. So a little higher. But this is really good, so let's keep sipping on this and see what else we can come up with. Yeah, very roasty, nice dry finish. Definitely some good pale malts there. Very nice. You can definitely tell that this one will be around for a very long time. The price is very good on these. You know, I don't have an exact number for this particular case, but back in Tennessee, I know that these were, well, maybe 12, 13 bucks for the 12 pack, so pretty reasonable really for, you know, it's low alcohol, but you get a lot of beer with them. This one's a 14 ounce. You'd usually get them in the 12 ounce bottles there, but, you know, feels like there's a little left, so foamy. You know, that nitrogen really smooths this beer out. You don't get the bubbly carbonation like you would in a bottle. It's real smooth, kind of like drinking water with some flavor to it, but not a watered down beer by any means. Very good, very good. Great thirst quencher. So let's keep sipping on this one. Let's let it warm up. And see, I think today got some Bubba Kush to smoke on while we let it warm up. Some Bubba, Platinum Shelf Bubba here. Man, this stuff is supreme. Supreme. Take a little flake or two here and toss it in the bowl. So what do you guys think of Guinness? Have you had them? Have you been thinking about trying them? Which ones have you tried? Have you just tried the draft, or have you tried the extra stout? If you haven't tried the extra stout, I would suggest trying it. You know, compared to this, it kind of blows it out of the water. But then you take the extra stout, and it in itself is blown away by the Guinness Foreign Extra, which is a much higher alcohol, I believe about 7.5%. So all these delectable treats I hope to bring you very soon, because I'm definitely a very big Guinness fan. Been quite a few years now, and I'm still in full support of them and everything they're doing. So I like to see them getting the good publicity and just keep turning out these good beers every year. They don't change up the recipe on you, and you know, they could use a date on the can. I don't know. I've been looking for it, and it might be in there, but I can't find it. But you know, low alcohol wouldn't hurt. You know, you don't want them to be sitting on a shelf somewhere, and then you stumble across it 2 years later, and here they are, and you pick them up, and they don't taste good. Well, with a date, you might you might understand why it don't taste good. So always be sure to try to look for that date, and if you can't find one, you might see when they got it shipped in. You know, just do a little research into that, and hell, you never know, it might be on the bottom of the can. Sometimes I miss it. In this case, we've just got a code. So, alright. Let's go ahead and fire up this Bubba Kush and let this Guinness warm up. Oh, so delicious. You know, it's hard to beat a good smoke and a good drink. Really, the two go pretty well. little expansive on that Bubba. But do we care? Nah. It's still good. So, alright guys. Well, we're going to let this warm up a little bit, and I'll be back with you in a few. Alright guys, we're back. It's been about 20 minutes or so now, so... And just look at this lacing. Is that not impressive? You know, it's kind of faded now since I last took a drink on it, but coming back, it's still got some pretty good lacing on there. So we got just a little left here. Let's go ahead and get another nose on it and see how it smells since it's warmed up. Well, a little thin in the smell. A little bready. The malts are pretty faint now, so it's about seen its better days. It's about ready to be finished off, I'd say. So definitely one you don't want to warm up. You want to go ahead and just drink it like it is. Unless you're just into the warm stouts, and a lot of people are. So you know, it's to each his own. So let's go ahead and finish this off and see how it tastes. Very nice, very nice. And it will leave you with the trademark Guinness little mustache, little foam mustache there. So, very nice, very creamy. Definitely a above average, to say the least, beer. And again, you know, this is the Guinness Draught. So, if it's a little thin for you, or if it's a little dull for you, you know, you can kick up to the other Guinnesses pretty easily. They're pretty widely available as far as I can tell. Anywhere I've been so far, I've seen some form of Guinness. The extra stouts and the foreign extras are a little harder to track down, but you can find them. And I definitely plan to bring all those to you just as soon as I can. I've got a bunch of others I've still got to film and get done, so I'll get it there as soon as I can, for sure. So, very impressed. As far as a rating would go on this, I'm probably going to give it somewhere around an 85, maybe an 88. It's definitely not bad. Definitely an above average. Way better than most anything that you're going to get that's a large-scale brewery. So, with a few exceptions. Definitely good. If you have never tried Guinness, I would give them a try. It's a really good go-to beer. Affordable, very low alcohol, so you could drink, you know, at least 2 or 3 of these and be fine. So, you know, or more. I know I personally could probably knock out about 5 of these and be fine. So, you know, just try it out and see if you like it. Definitely let me know, guys. Let me know if you've had any of these that I've been drinking, or if you think there's something else that I need to just go ahead and get on the channel and get it reviewed. And, you know, if there's something you're really wondering about, or if there's one that just has an unfair rating and you want it to get a fair rating, you know, let me know. I'll go track them down. I'll try to give them a fair rating there. So I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. Very good, definitely above average. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.